Shadam Sogi Shodam La Jamshu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Drola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho Shadam Sogi Chognam La Jamshu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Drola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho Chidam Sogi Chognam La Jamshu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Drola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho.
Microphone.
On the floor.
Do you remember?
Hassel, is there any green drinks left out there? Can I have one? Huh? Just one green one. Yeah.
No, there's two kinds.
That one is with protein.
That's okay.
That's okay. Protein's okay. What's katsum mean? Katsum. Katsum.
Any of the three? No.
Mouse.
Yeah, it is mouth. The katsum means shut up. So I was defining Sashi Puki as katsum. Not really.
Session of the Independence branch of the Middle Way School.
Wait.
Shuni Lama's text.
Right.
And yeah, no. And we're in the midst of this metaphor that's been going on for 2 classes now, and we will continue in this class, which is about the magician, remember? And then there's 3 beings and how they relate to an object that appears to them.
Oh.
So,
It's Wile E. Coyote.
why is it too off the edge? Okay, what are the 3 main characters in the magician?
Oh, wow.
The magician.
The audience, and the elephant or horse.
Horse elephant.
It's a hippopotamus, really. Magician and what?
Spectator.
She said horse, elephant, and magician.
I said the onlooker. I did not.
In that order.
The one who came later. The after.
Just kidding.
The rubbernecker.
Okay, so bonus
$100?
for the first one.
You can.
No, I don't have.
Oh, yeah,
$100.
Whoa.
The onlooker.
No idea.
Rubbernecker in Tibetan.
Mobla.
Nice. The Tibetan looks nice. So far.
And the latecomer.
Chileba?
You don't know?
I don't think there is a word for that. Demo. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Chuni Lama used.
Yeah.
Onlooker later, the later onlooker.
That chi is more like an adverb, though. You see? Laterly. Anyway, okay.
Describe the mistakes going on in the minds of the onlookers as opposed to the latecomers.
Onlookers,
They
see something.
They see it and they believe it.
They see an elephant or a horse.
And they believe
Or an
it.
elephant.
They see that it's coming from the stick and they believe that it's coming.
They take it as it seems.
The eyes are influenced by the powder and the mantra.
Say again?
The eyes are influenced by the powder and the mantra.
The mind is influenced by the pattern. That's what Chuni Lama says.
They see what they see and they believe what they see, which is not correct.
But the latecomers don't see anything.
No, we're not talking about latecomers.
They
I said
She
onlookers
said
as opposed to
current onlookers.
late. They see it, they believe.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The latecomers
When they see an elephant horse.
They don't know it's an illusion.
They don't know it's just a trunk stapled onto a horse.
Reminds me, affected by the Muslim which
That
causes
happens.
the there's a horse or an elephant, not and.
Yeah, good.
Bean.
Coffee bean.
Make way of bean.
How might a follower of the independent branch of the Middle Way answer the famous koan? If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Oh, nice question.
No, there's no tree.
No, mine.
There's no tree to fall.
He would say,
I have a question about that question. I hear that the definition of existing thing is anything that can be perceived by an omniscient being.
I've never heard that.
So
It is actually.
By who?
What was school?
You see, there's a classic definition of existing thing, which is tseme mikpa yopeteni, right? That which can be perceived by an accurate perception. It's the definition of existence. But it doesn't answer the question of the forest thing.
yeah,
And,
but because you could say like
yeah.
nobody
heard it.
An omniscient being
Yeah.
will hear it unless the forest doesn't.
Yeah, in the very subtle authors,
No one.
will add the word omniscient being. The good authors will add the word omniscient being.
he doesn't have to be around.
Then it
Sound
will
machine is always
exist.
around.
That tree will make sound because an omniscient being
Pre-Buddhist,
can
pre-first
hear it
Buddha.
unless
We don't accept such a
didn't
time.
happen.
What he's saying is, there never falls a tree in the forest that somebody doesn't perceive. That's his argument.
Yeah, I know.
You can hear it with
Right. And in your premise, there is a tree that did fall in a forest, and so the only way to
If-
make your premise
okay,
possible
hold-
is to
hold
assume
on.
that some enlightened being saw it.
Okay.
I suppose this has no English equivalent.
It's true.
there's no equivalent.
Chichir, I don't accept that you
A little
assume
rock, a little stick.
We found it yesterday in the front parking lot. There was a dew of wood. We should have brought it in. I'll look for it today.
But we didn't want to scare anybody that there was an elephant in the room.
Okay, it's really not though. It's not little stick. What is it? What is the English
The
equivalent?
foundation of the illusion.
Oh, this one's already showing.
All unique way of being.
$100.
Okay, bonus. What is the what is a synonym in Tibetan?
Whoa, that's hard.
The Rangitilu?
Yeah.
Rangi,
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It is one. Yeah, look at that. More coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, good. It's not affecting it anymore.
Law of diminishing
metaphor,
returns.
if it's like that.
Yeah, if it's that way.
No?
Uh-uh.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Who said that?
Gibson.
God.
This guy.
That's not.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Yay!
Cool. Next class.
Okay, push this button.
You have the play.
We could watch a movie, right?
We could.
But
We will resist the
the
temptation.
rest of us
There she is.
I saw it. It's no good. It's weird.
Oh,
It's
really?
stupid.
Annihilation.
Annihilation is dumb as hell.
I'm looking at source.
Good actress, though, yeah.
I didn't love Solo either.
Oh,
I think I saw it.
Okay. See, please read. Seiji has the plane. I give the plane to someone who's awake at the time.
Mining God.
Sutra Sotni, Te Dak Nzin, Be, Wang Hoi, Ship, Shipalan, Nangwe, Gone, Njokla, Te Shin Tu, Shi Tam Che, Kyang Lang Ni, Tok, Be, Lo, Te, Dang Te, Lan, Nangwe, Gone, Njokla.
Okay, good. How do we establish that things exist, right? So, things like visible forms, colors and shapes and sounds, things you can see and things you can hear. Sometimes you can translate those as things you can see and things you can hear. Are established as existing by appearing, by gone, by appearing to the sense awareness, sense consciousness, which holds them. Okay, if they appear, if a red color appears to the consciousness of the eye, which perceives a red color, then that can be said to exist. Okay? You okay? You right? Yeah. If a red color appears to the awareness of what you see, then that red color can be said to exist in this school. Okay? Okay. Deishindu, in the same way, Chitam Jekyang, every other thing there might be, okay, is established by its appearing to its corresponding state of mind. Okay? And you should learn the idiom dedande. Dedande. Its particular corresponding state of mind. So, dedande. Whichever it might be. Dedande. Okay? So you should learn dedande. Dedande would be a good word on your next quiz. Okay? Dedande. Because otherwise it's kind of strange. And you probably would mistranslate it. Okay. Okay.
This and that, or something weird.
Yeah. Whichever it may be. Corresponding consciousness. Okay. Seiji, come on.
Big man,
The nice people can't fly planes. It's so weird, man.
Ta long do to not nang shen ni ka me pa da par. Jita wa ngon sun to tope pape yesheki signor
Signor.
Dendru ki nang shen nika meto.
Cool. So he's relating each part of the metaphor to actual life, right? And now he's going to talk about the people who came later. Okay, mikma lepa, those whose eyes have not been infected. Okay, they neither have. Go to the mepa at the end of the first line. They neither have. It doesn't appear to them, and they don't believe in it. Okay, what? The appearance of the little stick as a horse or an elephant, okay? And that's parallel to, in real life, Jitawa here means the way things are. Okay, it's an idiom for the way things are, meaning ultimate reality. Okay, so Jitawa. Ngunsum de tope pakpa, what's that mean? Ngunsum de tope pakpa.
Arya in the direct perception of emptiness.
Yeah, an Arya in the direct perception of the way things are, meaning emptiness. Okay. Now, in the lower middle way school, lower branch of the middle way school, you got to be a little careful about using the word emptiness. Okay, because it's only the subtle form of the lack of self to things, or something like that. Okay, you can't use it about people, for example. Okay, so you have to be careful. And in the Abhidharma school, you have to be careful. So, when we talk at DCI or we talk to each other, we say emptiness, but the word emptiness is used universally only by the highest branch of the middle way school. Other people will say no self-existence or non-real, unreal. Okay, got it? And which is what happens here. Okay. Yeah, yeshik is singor. Singor is an important idiom. What's it mean? Singola. Singor. Here. Singor.
Sick is like 10 race sick, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah, this is the polite word for to see.
See.
Yeah, to his perceptions.
Right.
Okay, so you have to translate it as to his
From
perceptions.
his side?
Not really.
Oh.
To his perceptions. Okay. of that Arya, okay, who's in the direct perception, not afterwards.
But
During his direct perception, or her, what appears to their senses, what appears to their perceptions, there's neither a belief or an appearance of things as being real. Dendrup. Okay? So what's the dendrup in this parallel, what's the dendrup in the metaphor?
Deceptive reality.
In the metaphor.
The elephant.
Yeah, the elephant.
The horse.
Talang. Okay? See?
Or the lack of that.
And then what's the appearance of dendrup?
The rock or a stick.
No, the appearance as an elephant or a horse. You see, grammatically you can get the parallels here. Okay, there's two pieces here. How the person who came later saw the illusion, and how the Arya is seeing things as existing really, in truth. Okay? And you can just do it grammatically. Okay? Talang relates to what comes later in the sentence.
Dendru.
Yeah, good. So you could draw a line from Talang to Dendru. Do? He said ki, okay? He should have said Dendru tu. Okay? Then Nang is Nang. Shen is Shen. Nikamedo, Nikamedo. Okay? The Arya in the direct perception of emptiness doesn't have anything real appearing to him or her, and they don't believe in it either. Okay? Got it?
Yes, but where do you work Yeshe into this?
Pakwe Yeshe is kind of like a Mikmalepa.
It's referred
Okay? The wisdom of the Arya is the eyes which are not infected. Okay? Cool?
Yeah.
It's a cool, it'd be nice to just chart it like this, with pins. Okay?
Red string.
Yeah, and this is kind of the most difficult part of the metaphor. You see, it's kind of weird. The guy who comes later doesn't see anything. So kind of saying an Arya doesn't see anything. Like he's the most ignorant one of the three. Like he doesn't know what's going on. He walks up and says, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
All right? I mean, it's kind of that part of the metaphor is a little uncomfortable to me.
An area under the direct perception of emptiness?
It is, yeah. I'm just saying to compare him to the guy who comes later and he's going, "Oh, what's going on? Why is everybody yelling?" Like he doesn't see anything. He doesn't see the appearance, and he doesn't have any belief in it, and he doesn't know what the magician did, and he's the most ignorant of everyone there. But he's the Arya. To me, it's a little, the metaphor doesn't hold in all aspects.
He's kind of like the lamas.
Or maybe someone
All the time.
who doesn't see a second husband in the kitchen is the smartest person in the kitchen.
Yeah, right.
seems to be more the point
Right.
here. Yeah.
Okay? Anyway, don't forget. That's the part you normally forget when you're explaining this metaphor to somebody. You kind of forget that the guy who came later is the Arya. It seems like the magician should be the Arya. The magician's the smart guy. He's making everything happen, but he's not the Arya. Who is the magician?
He's previously had a direct perception of emptiness.
Nice. Which is probably going to come next.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to come next.
Some of that powder.
What's this translation principle called?
Know what the text is going to say.
Yeah, I know what's supposed to come next. Let's see if the words fit my expectations. Then you can translate it easier. It's a lot easier than trying to figure it out from the beginning, Okay? The next thing he ought to be talking about the Arya after the direct perception, being like the magician. Let's see if he goes that way. Okay? He doesn't. Okay?
Dachate, Nope, Chik Drauki, Ripan, Chepalani, Tak, Gepatang, Sudupau.
Okay, first thing to say about this sentence is look at this little guy up here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Started a new thing.
Yeah, it not just started a new thing, started a whole new thing. Okay,
Wow.
they reserved that mark, which it's a bullshit, I think.
Oh boy.
You know, it's a V and a V and a line.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, pungshe. Maybe someone can find one online or
It's
something.
like an arrow.
Just to show everybody. And that's how we type a pungshe, because we ran out of symbols on the keyboard. But it means major change in subject. Okay, major change in subject. They only put them when there's a major change in subject. Okay. All right. It should be PUNG SHAD, something like that. I mean, it would be SPUNG SHAD. Okay. Anyway, gakcha de gope.
Denying the gotcha.
Yeah.
Denying the thing which we deny.
Yeah, good. Yeah. We're gonna have different proofs, logical proofs, rikspa, right, for denying the existence of the gakcha, the second husband in the kitchen, or the pen which is coming from its own side. We're going to use different kinds of proofs. I'm going to give you the one here called, say, chiktutel. Chiktutel. Extremely famous. Okay? One of the most popular reasons, proofs of emptiness. One of the most popular proofs of emptiness. Misspelled by everybody, mispronounced by everybody, okay? And you should understand, okay? And this should be on your quiz, and it should be drilled into your consciousness.
And on the final.
That's it, yeah. Show it to everybody. That's that little mark, okay? When you see that, it means new subject, completely new subject, okay?
Is it also called droshe?
It could be, I don't know. It could be.
Oh, yeah.
Say chiktutel. It's short for chik dung tu ma dung telwa. Say chik dung tu ma dung telwa. Short form. Chiktutel. It means chitta duma doa. Chik dung tu ma dung telwa. Okay. Chik means dung means tuma means many. Okay. Tel.
It's not.
Yeah, devoid of.
Yeah.
You can translate tel as devoid of. Okay. So what's the onomatopoeia that tel comes from?
Shred.
Yeah, the sound of ripping paper. So tel comes from that sound. Onomatopoeia in English means what?
Sounds like the thing it is.
It sounds like the thing that it is. Okay? Buzzing of a bee. Buzz. The word buzz sounds like what it is. You see what I mean? And tell sounds like separating paper into two pieces.
Ribbit.
It comes from an old verb called shell, and it became tell. Now, Sugang,
Yes, sir.
what's ndel? Yeah, ndel. What's that ndel? Connected. Connected. Okay? And what's tell? Unconnected. Okay? Do you love prenasals or not?
We love it.
You see what I mean? If you never learn about prenasals, you will pronounce them the same, and they mean connected and they mean disconnected. Okay? This is a nasty one. This is a nasty one. So you've got to say, not in English D, you have to say tell. Okay? If you say in English D, del, connected. If you say a low tone sound, tell, it means disconnected, okay? And here, disconnected from?
Being one or many.
Yeah, being one or many. Being one or many. Meaning, yesterday we had the concept of Lungel in his text.
Oh, contradictory or.
No, but they were saying it about Ngupo and Ngume. They were saying about Ngupo and Ngume.
They're completely opposite, and they encompass all things.
Good, they are comprehensive and opposite.
Comprehensive.
They cover all things. Blue and not blue. That covers everything in the world. And they're contradictory. No one thing can be both. But blue and yellow are also mutually contradictory. No one thing can be completely blue and completely yellow, right? But they don't cover all the colors in the world. You see what I mean? But this one does, okay? Look, if something exists, either it's one or many. And the many is kind of that more like those irritating combinations of things that logicians keep pulling out. Let's take fish and bank. It's not an animal because it's bank. It's got bank in it. It's an irritating example. So it's kaboom. Kaboom. Yeah, a pillar and a vase. Yeah. Okay. All right. There's things that you can say about the pair that aren't true of either one. Okay, got it? So, if a thing exists in the universe, if the second husband in the kitchen exists, he has to be either one or more than one. Okay? So the many in Chitudel might be better translated as more than one. Because it kind of gives you more the feeling of covers everything in the universe. Okay?
Oh, but the trouble is it doesn't include zero.
No.
But Tuma doesn't cover zero.
Right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cover
No, if it's zero, it doesn't exist. You see, in this language.
Yeah.
In this language, okay, got it.
Yep.
So you have to prove that things are either one or many. If something is neither one thing nor more than one thing, it cannot exist. Okay, that's all. Second husband in the kitchen. If he's not one husband nor more than one husband, he cannot exist. And it's similar to Nick's famous irritating chichen. Okay, ultimately speaking, let's take, what was the I? Okay, all right. So it's going to be tempting to add ultimately speaking to, let's say you're talking about one husband, okay? And you're trying to prove that it's Chitudo. It's going to be tempting to say,
He's not ultimate.
yeah, he's not ultimately one.
Ultimately.
No, many is not a question.
Yeah.
Okay, that's already disqualified.
Why?
He's one husband.
Uh-huh.
Like you make it very obvious. He's one husband.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, you don't have to add ultimately to the many because he could never be many.
Why not?
But one husband cannot be more than one.
Surely.
Okay, you go over there and debate that. But no, where was I?
Ultimately.
But it's tempting to want to add the ultimately to the one. He is one, but he's not ultimately one. It's tempting. You want to. It's a Svatantrika urge. Let's call it that. Okay, adding ultimately to the one, or to the I, in Baba Viveka's proof, is a Svatantrika urge that we all have.
Okay.
Now let's see if they're going to do it here or not. Some authors do and some authors don't.
Oh, wow.
Okay, all right.
Huh.
Okay, here we go. Oh, so I'm going to discuss this. Chepa means Shepa. Okay, it's just another. It's like a future tense of Shepa. Yeah, I'm going to explain this logic that we use, called neither one nor many. Neither one nor many. And first, I'm going to. Now, somebody translate this for $20.
Dangoni.
Because I got $20 this morning from Mexico. Takupa and Sudrupa.
Oh, the way it exists?
My money is safe.
Setting forth reasons and explaining proofs that they are.
Okay, it took too long. I can see it's getting close. Yeah, first I'm going to give you, this Takupa doesn't mean the reason. It means the syllogism.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, in Tibetan logic, the word for the reason and the word for the whole proof is the same. Hetu in Sanskrit, okay? And that's unfortunate. So Takupa here doesn't mean I'm just going to give you the reason. It means I'm going to teach you the whole syllogism.
Yeah.
Take blah blah, it's blah blah because blah blah, and a classic example would be blah blah. 4 parts of a classic syllogism, okay? So he's going to give it's really the Jorwa. He should have said Jorwa, which means more clearly syllogism because it never means just the reason. But ta can mean just the reason. Okay? And then, come on, Sildrupa, Tim had it before.
I'm going to show you that
that it proves that the reason applies to that assertion, basically.
Man, you guys are lame.
That's not right.
Tim had it the other day.
Yeah, he said that. The
No.
3 parts.
That's better. Yeah, 3. Well, mention 3 parts.
But
I'm with you.
it's assumed, so I didn't say 3.
No, but it's implied. So sum drupa.
The 3.
Yeah, I will prove that the 3 relationships hold.
But I was thinking that. It's
1 is 3.
3.
I'll give you the first one. 1 is 3. Then,
If
3 plus 2.
if 3,
then 2.
then 2, and thirdly,
Not 2, then not
if not 2, not 3. Is there any case where if the second holds, the third doesn't hold?
Not that I've ever
But I
thought
get
of.
people emailing me all the time trying to tell me they have to.
No, it's impossible.
No.
Okay,
Trying to tell.
but it's just it's a reconfirmation.
Double check.
Double check. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not giving you my money because I can't read your mind. Okay.
강권님,
Not really. He's getting.
you.
We needed you for something, and you were gone.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Tim.
You're the only one who knew the answer.
땜빵매. 네.
Well, I'm saying, please start again and Brigitte, please.
장권님, 뉴크즈젠, 땜빵, 매체, 댄주기, 식당, 댄주기, 투맛, 방문 투맛, 주대지, 베르나, 습니엔신.
I think I must have contradicted.
Yeah, he's going that way a little bit.
Maybe
Yeah.
nonsense together.
Let's take the illusion.
Okay, here's the first one, which is what? Tak
Take an illusion.
guppa. Tak guppa. I'm going to give you the syllogism. Normally you see it in the past tense. Tak guppa. BKOD. Okay.
Oh, yeah, put forth.
Okay.
Consider a sprout.
Yeah. Consider a sprout.
Doesn't truly exist.
Yeah, it's not real. Okay, it doesn't really exist. I like to use really for Demba. You could say truly, but real is gonna hit the pizza guy more strong. This pizza is not real.
Ultimate?
What?
It will be a synonym for ultimate, real?
Yeah.
No, because when you select a translation word, you have to make sure there's not another word for that word. There's a different word for ultimately in Tibetan. There's a different word. Okay? So you can't, so to select the proper word when you're translating, you have to know all the other possible words, which is why you can't translate. Okay, all right, Demba Mete. It's not real because
It's not really a thing. It's not really a bunch of stuff.
it is neither a self-existent one, nor is it, I'm sorry, it is neither a real one, nor is it a real more than one. Okay?
Not true. It cannot be proven to be, or
No, it is not. It's just past tense. Yeah. It's like curpa. And then there's the senshi. What's it called? Timpe yangdat. Timpe yangdat. Then there's the timpe, the example which embodies both. Perna, sunyan. Reflection in a mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
cool.
Nick's face in a mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick's face in the mirror. By the way, there's another separate word that you should know for the face in the mirror, which is called cheshin.
Chasing.
Cheshin.
Chasing. Makes the reflection.
Yeah, the real face of Nick. Nick's real face is called cheshin, and it's BYAS.
Oh, so
I think. Then shinrei can mean face, you see. So cheshin means the image being reflected in the mirror. And then the sugnyan is the reflection of the image in the mirror. Got it? Image reflected in the mirror and the reflection of the image in the mirror. Okay. So don't forget we're talking about the ontological status. Okay, really.
Yeah.
Of the reflection in the mirror. You know, is it real? Is it a real person? Then they talk about babies, small babies. They see their reflection in the mirror and they try to talk to it or wave to it. You know, they don't understand that the suknyan is not real yet. It's not a real person. They think it's a real person. They think the mirror is like a window. and there's a person on the other side. Okay, so Suknyen is a classic example for something which is unreal, but might be mistaken for real if you're like a baby, right? Because baby is a word for a non-Arya. Okay, good. Okay, good.
So would you say it's like the reflection of physical form? Or maybe
No, that's not Suknyen is one single idiom, which means a reflection. Yeah.
So it's like a reflection.
Yeah, the suk is not treated separately.
Thank you.
Do we have any time?
Yeah.
I hope so.
7 minutes.
Oh, we have 7 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, classically, a lama who's teaching this subject would ask the students to go through the parts of the syllogism and confirm that they know them. Okay, so the nyuku is the
Sprout. The
subject.
subject.
chichen.
Chichen.
Okay, the subject under consideration. By the way, I mean, chichen is an abbreviation of
Oh yeah.
drupje chichen.
Thing being proven?
No, the thing.
The thing which possesses the second thing in the proof.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
it
the
means
thing
the
which
basis
has
of the quality.
Right, the thing which has
Yeah.
the
The thing which has a quality. Che means a quality here, and chen means it's like very similar to the word for
For the
yulchen.
oh yulchen.
Oh,
it's
it's
the
the
thing that
object
has.
and the possession.
Yeah, the Tibetan word for subject
Right.
The thing that holds
that has the object. So people try to prove to a Buddhist that there could be that dualism means there's no objects or no subjects. It's like you can't even say it in Buddhist language, you know, because the word for subject is the thing that has the object. Okay. Okay, it's funny when people start telling me non-dualism, try to go beyond seer in the scene, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Deshin and desha, even in Sanskrit, you can't say it. It's impossible to say. And people blah, 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 and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can check. What's the second element in the syllogism called? Yeah, drupje che. The quality you're trying to prove about the subject. The quality you're trying to prove about the subject. Is that accepted by the opponent yet?
Nope.
No.
No, that's the reason you're having an argument.
Otherwise,
Okay, that's the reason you're having the argument. But by the rules of logic, he should understand the word that you use in the second position. Like if you're asserting something is an apple, he must understand what an apple is. You see, you can't say to him, this is a yablika, and he doesn't know Russian. And he's like, you know, and if you present an argument that uses yablika to a person who doesn't know Russian, you're at fault. And your proof is not a proof. Okay, got it? They must understand the wording. You know, they must know what's and nyuku here, what? Sprout. And don't forget, we get this in the first moment. You mean they should have said sprout at the first moment. Seed cracks open. Boop, boop, little thing. You're supposed to feel this thing. You know, it's not like a sprout that's been there for 2 days or something like that. You're supposed to feel like seed crack open, something's and then we say, oh, it doesn't grow. Whoa. Okay. There's supposed to be this feeling about the reason they choose nyukus instead of trees is they want you to feel this first moment thing. Okay, they could have said tree, right? Okay. Is the dak. Okay, it's the reason. Okay, names of the three relationships. One is 3 is called
Oh, it's called the chokcha.
chokcha. Good. Again.
Right there.
Oops. Dang.
Dang, chokcha. That's right, that's what it says.
If 3, 2 is called the kyaba. And if not 2, then not 3 is called. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jacob is the second one. If 3, 2 is called Jacob, and then dokyap is if not 2, not 3.
He
Okay.
gives the sulni.
And what's the tumpe?
The senshi or the pair noun.
Yeah, it's like a senshi. If you reply to me, It's the senshi. When I ask what's the tumpe, it's a perfect answer, totally perfect. So if a monkey types on the typewriter, no, next answer is perfect. Okay, yeah, the perfect answer to give to what's a tumbe is, it's a senshi. It's the classical example. Okay, perfect answer. Okay.
Example of a tumbe is a senshi.
By the way, what's tun in tumpe mean?
Harmonious.
No, but what?
Oh.
It's in accord with
the reason and the.
It also embodies number 2 and number 3 in harmony. Those two elements are in harmony in the tempe. Okay, the thing you're trying to prove, the quality you're trying to prove, and the quality that the other guy already agrees to, are embodied harmoniously in the classical example. It's like a reflection in a mirror. Okay, why? Oh, because that doesn't exist truly. Why? Because it's not exist truly as a single thing, and it doesn't exist truly as a multiple thing. What if 2 people are looking in the mirror? Is it denduki tuma chik? If 2 people look in a mirror, is their reflection denduki chik?
No.
No. Is it denduki tuma?
No.
Is it chik?
Yes.
Is it tuma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Duma, okay? Got it? Got
You could
it?
say it's one
It could have been. He could have said, take 2 sprouts. And it would be the same proof.
Right.
It is neither self-existent one nor self-existent many. Why? Well, although it's a many, it's not a self-existent many. Okay, got it?
But we're not really taking Dendrup here to be self-existent.
We cannot say self-existent in this school.
Right.
I'm just trying to give you some language you know. Here we can say really, and you have to have that intonation in your voice. It's a third in Chinese, third tone. Really? Got it? Third tone in Pinyin. Really? Really?
I don't.
He's confused. This mark.
Reserving an error of skepticism.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Really? Really? No, that's a question in English. Really? Really? I'm talking about the second one. Really? I guess there is no.
There is no.
It doesn't correspond. 1 plus 2. Really? Really, really?
Yes.
Really? Okay, anyway.
This time is not well spent doing this.
Come on! You're going to remember everything.
I gave some of my time to Adam.
Okay, now, what did I predict might happen?
Oh, we're going to talk about.
He's gonna say Demba in the.
Yeah, I said somebody might feel it's necessary to add to Nagarjuna's words. Really?
I'm on his side.
Okay.
Me and Shoni Lama are
Okay.
doing all right here.
Yeah, now, if it's Nagarjuna and he has his proof, what's he going to say? Take a sprout. It's not real because it's
Not right.
neither one nor many.
Right.
He's not going to say, take a sprout. It's not real because it's not a real one, and it's not a real two.
That's
Okay.
his nickname.
This guy's almost Baba Viveka-ing us.
I like it.
Okay, you like it, but I'm just saying, if I'm the guardian, I'm like, we just went through that. Weren't you in class when we had next class? Okay. It's an interesting thing to think about. Is it really necessary to say really one and really?
Really necessary?
Okay. Absolutely necessary. Okay. Anyway, do we have any time? We have some time, right?
We're a couple minutes over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, me too.
We can stop there. By the way, you guys had a lot of Chiktadels in.
Course 2?
No.
We did though.
Yeah, but in Umachidan, I mean, we covered it. Exhaustively. I was exhausted. I taught it over again 5 times or something because we couldn't find time to do it all at once.
And you did it with Devil Angel too.
Yeah, we did because he mentioned it. Okay, and by the way, Laden, the preposition, which is a postposition in Tibetan. I went to the store, to In Tibetan, to has to come after store. Store to, I went. Which is, so in English, when you say I went to the store, to is called a preposition, meaning it's preposition, meaning it comes before the store. In Tibetan, technically, they are postpositions, right? And they are suffix letter dependent.
Yeah.
There are different ways to spell to in Tibetan, like tu, or tu, or la, or ru. Suru radu nalatu. Suru radu nalatu. There are 7. There are 7 ladans. And the one that's required after G is tu. Chik tu tel, okay? So many people have corrected this to chik tu tel.
Oh, right. But it's cheap too, yeah.
Yeah, got it?
Yeah.
Many people. You can do a, you know, you can see how many spelled it. By the way, you have to do the TU followed by BRAL. You must. And you know, probably, let's see what it is, but maybe a quarter of all authors misspell it. It's amazing. It's kind of amazing. Okay.
Separate as one.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't get that it's Duma.
Yeah.
It's not a preposition.
Yeah.
It's not a preposition. But
Interesting.
yeah, you can run a frequency on that, and you'll get a decent amount of people misspell it, and it's amazing. That means they didn't understand the name of the proof, which is one of, I guess, it's in the top 5 most famous proofs of emptiness.
Right. That's why it's
Okay.
You're right. Sashi.
Duki Joshi Metotam Rira Blingshi Ninde Gembali Sangye Shindu Mite Owargi Jokunanda Shinga Jupasho Irang Guru Rana Mandala Kane Dayami Di Kewokan Sunam Yeshe Tsotsoshi Sunam Yeshe Lechungwe Damba Kuni Tobasho Shmokity
I
Dogity.
think it's about what you would expect for a